Hey there everyone, time for a new Q&A video, which is also a video response to neverchris's Who Are You video. As he was pretty much my inspiration to make these Q&A videos, it seems like a fun way to repay him for that. So let's start off with his questions first. 1. What's your name, age and location? My full name is Sebastiaan Barneveld. I'm 25 years old and I live in the great city that is Rotterdam, which happens to reside in the Netherlands. 2. How old were you when you started playing video games and what is it that sparked your interest? My father was a real techno nut and video games at home were big back then, so he had to have a piece of that. Both my parents really enjoyed the gaming, so I pretty much grew up with them and can't really remember my first time playing, to be honest. I love how you can just immerse yourself into a different world created in games. The creativity that goes into them, that I really enjoy. It offers you things to do that you can't do or experience in real life. 3. What's the first game to have a place in your heart? Well, it's probably going to sound really stupid, but the first game I really enjoyed playing always with anyone was Gunfighter for the Video Pack, otherwise known as the Odyssey 2. It's not much of a game by today's standards, but I had so much fun with that as a kid. 4. What's your favorite and least favorite video game franchise? I don't really have one favorite, it really tends to shift what I like most, so I can't really give a definite answer to that. A franchise I never cared about though is The Sims. I just don't get the point of it all, like managing your own life isn't enough. 5. What are your other favorite YouTube channels and why? First of all, I really love how you use the word other in that sentence. Anyway, most anything gaming wise where there is some effort put into the videos I like. Channels like Speeda1A, Echolong Reviews and Happy Console Gamer are high up my list, for example. I also really enjoy some Let's Plays when I can passively watch when eating or something. Examples of channels like that I really enjoy are Brickroad and Francomatic. They both make great entertainment, especially when they die during their Let's Plays. 6. What is it that you like and dislike about other YouTube channels in general? I really like to find out what originality everyone brings to the table in making their videos. What I don't like, or more to the point what I find a waste of energy, are complaint videos directly aimed towards someone else. That usually tells me more about the person making the video than the one they have a problem with. 7. What's your favorite kind of music and what is your favorite band? I don't really have a favorite band. I can enjoy a lot of music. Most of all, I enjoy the melody in music. Lyrics usually don't interest me as much, so I am not a big fan of genres that depend heavily on them, such as rap, R&B and country. Otherwise, I can enjoy anything from classical to rock really. It's probably no surprise that I also enjoy a lot of video game music. 8. What are other sorts of media you are into and are you in any way involved in the creation of media? Well, I like movies, mostly action and science fiction, where you can just sit back and enjoy the ride without too much thinking. Otherwise, I enjoy listening to audiobooks. The only books I read normally are the ones for study. Something else I really enjoy and which you don't hear too often anymore is radio drama. I'd really love to make some of those myself. Or maybe translate some of the bigger Dutch classics to English, like the Matt Melden series and the Time Machine play from Paul van Herk. I'd need a whole group for that though, so it'll probably never happen. My main creative activity for now is of course these videos on YouTube. I never got into music much, although I'd really like to learn some more piano sometime. I did learn some programming, starting with good old BASIC, and at a much later stage some C++. I really enjoy game design in general and programming was fun too, but I never got really into the graphic aspect of it much, and since I couldn't really find someone to take up that role in my social network, I gave up on it a long while ago. 9. What is it that makes you an awesome person? Well, my kindness and honesty, I suppose. I'm also told that my calm character really helps. I'm one of those guys that people go to let off some steam and talk about their problems without judgment from my part. A listening ear can go a long way. 10. What's your favorite kind of dinosaur? Let's go with the Shuvoya. Proof that nature will always provide us with something we can make into something that resembles fried chicken. Well, that's all the questions from Chris, and we still have some time over to go over a couple of other questions. For example, will I ever do a let's play or review of either Zelda's Adventure or Hotel Mario? Well, here's the deal. I don't own Zelda's Adventure, I don't like it much, and I'm not willing to pay anything close to what people are asking for it. So it'll either have to wait until I can find it for cheap, or until my cousin finds his copy again. As for Hotel Mario, that's a big one I want to do when I have a bigger audience. But to give you an idea of what I think about it, it's one of my favorite games on the CDI. Log.zip. I just want to know some of your hobbies outside of video games and electronics. Well, apart from what I mentioned earlier on the media question, I also enjoy spending time with my pets and just play around with them. I also like small get-togethers with friends and family and have a fun night with some drinks and maybe a game of poker. Strange as it may sound, I really enjoyed my study and see it as kind of a hobby too. Same goes for the volunteers job I'm doing right now. I also recently decided to start working out at the gym and I'm enjoying that so far, and it should help me get somewhere someday with the one sport I practice, which is goalball. Box of People Inc. What are your top 5 games? Well, as I said earlier, I really tend to change my preferences from time to time, so I really can't say. As much fun as I find top whatever number lists, I'd go crazy if I have to make one myself. So I'm sorry, but I really don't know how to answer to that. CoolDude9082. Question 1. What is your favorite CDI game you reviewed so far? Well, that would be The Apprentice. It's just a great, fun, well-made game that shows games on the CDI were possible if you just put enough time and effort into your project. I kind of wish I had waited with that game too until I was more experienced, but oh well. 2. What are the things that made you want to buy a CDI? Well, my father bought it, so it was pretty much his decision. But we got it after seeing it into action at my uncle's, and it did look pretty impressive back in 1992. WarioFan14. 1. Does the European CDI work in America? Yes, it does. The Pulse CDI can take 100 to 240 volts and either 50 or 60 Hz from any outlet. Since it uses a standard power cord, it's easy to get running anywhere in the world. One thing you do need to worry about is that your TV needs to support the Pulse standard, or you need a way to convert the signal to NTSC. The CDI is not region locked, so it might be easier to find one in your own region. Also, a few games have some issues in systems from a different region, I've been told. 2. What's your favorite CDI game? I think I'd have to go with The Apprentice for now. There are a couple of others I do enjoy, but at the moment I can't really think of anything that would top The Apprentice. The Lil Christopher. I was wondering if you like Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Well, like a kind of novelty, I guess. I find it most fun with friends for some hectic fun, but I'm not crazy about it really. One thing I really find annoying is that the camera can zoom out really far and then I have no idea what the hell's going on anymore. Erik Olaf Belog, and I hope I pronounced the name alright, which is the game you tried to throw out in the intro. Well, it was just a game I picked at random. It happened to be Mutant Rampage, I believe, but it's not very clear in the video anymore. About the intro, the new one is coming right up. I will probably upload it tomorrow for you guys to check it out and see what you think about it. Well, that's it for this time. Thanks for watching everyone, and thank you ever so much for everyone who has sent in their questions. Don't worry if your question hasn't been answered yet, I'll get to it. If there are any others for the next time, then please post them as a comment below or message them to me. Until next time, take care.